Hello my dear student of Standard 8. Hope you are fine by the grace of Allah. Today I will discuss chapter 6, lesson 5 and lecture 7. Our today's topic is comparison among Bangladesh and some developing countries. In the previous classes, I have discussed about the indicator of human resource development, isn't it? So, we have seen that some indicators like per capita income, rate of admission irrespective of gender, education rate above 15 years, saving rate, Medicare expenditure, housing rate, expenditure on consumer goods, unemployment rate, educational expenses, GNI or gross national income, the number of people spending less than $1.25 per day, birth rate, infant mortality rate, etc. Isn't it? Now, we can realize the condition of the human resource development from a table. So here I have given one table. From this table we can understand the condition of human development of different developing countries. Now we will compare with Bangladesh and other developing countries here. So here indicators is saving rate, literacy rate and unemployment rate. So on the basis of the saving rate in the year of 2010, the saving rate of Bangladesh, it was 26.2%, India 33.4%, Pakistan 14.2%, Sri Lanka 23.7%, Malaysia 22.4% and Indonesia 31.0%. According to 2018, the saving rate in Bangladesh, it was 30.5%, India 28.5%, Pakistan 14.5%, Sri Lanka 26.4%, Malaysia 25.3%, Indonesia 32.2%. On the basis of the literacy rate above 15 years above, the literacy rate of Bangladesh according to 2010, it was 47.1%, India 69.3%, Pakistan 55.4%, Sri Lanka 91.2%, Malaysia 93.1% and Indonesia 92.8%. In the year of 2018, the literacy rate of Bangladesh, it was 72.8%, India 69.3%, Pakistan 57%, Sri Lanka 91.2%, Malaysia 93.1% and Indonesia 95.4%. So we can see here that is the literacy rate of Indonesia is more than the other countries in the year of 2018. Now, unemployment rate. So, according to 2010, the unemployment rate, it was in Bangladesh 3.4%, India 3.5%, Pakistan lowest, that is 0.7%, Sri Lanka 4.9%, Malaysia 3.3%, Indonesia 5.6%, and in the year of 18, the unemployment rate of Bangladesh, it was 4.4%, in the India 3.5%, Pakistan 4%, Sri Lanka 4.1%, Malaysia 3.4% and Indonesia 4.3%. So here we can see that is the condition of the saving rate of Bangladesh, literacy rate of Bangladesh and unemployment rate of Bangladesh. Dear student, you have to memorize these all. That is all the information of Bangladesh here, and relating that is India, Pakistan also. Okay, and which country is the most or more literacy rate or saving rate or unemployment, you have to also memorize this percentage also. Now, according to the Human Development Report 2019, the position of Bangladesh is 135 position, India 129th position, Pakistan 152 position, and on the basis of the life expectancy in Bangladesh, it is according to 2019 72.83 years, Pakistan 66.6 years, India 66.8 years. On the basis of the income-based inequality rate in Bangladesh, 15.7%, India 18.8%, Pakistan 11.6%. Now, gender discrimination rate, the rate of extreme poverty, the rate of unemployment according to the total population, etc. are also considered in Human Development Index. The government of Bangladesh has given priority to these issues and so working to make it middle income country by 2021, and it is also working to achieve sustainable development goal within 2030. Now, lesson 6. Expatriates income or remittance. So, the money sent to the country by the expatriate workers through bank is called remittance. Here, the laborers, employees and professionals who are working abroad and sent a part of money or part of their income to their families by bank, it's called remittance. And this money does not only serve their family purposes, and it is also improve their lifestyle also, but also plays a great role in the economic development. Now, influence of overseas foreign employment and remittance on our economy. At present, millions of people of Bangladesh are working in different countries of the world. The laborers and other professionals of Bangladesh are working in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, Egypt, Libya, Morocco and other countries of the Middle East. Many people of Bangladesh are doing different jobs in the near and far eastern countries such as Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, South Korea, etc. And many Bangladeshis are also doing different types of jobs and business in Europe, America, Australia and Africa. According to the statistics of Ministry of Expertise, Welfare and Overseas Employment, Bangladesh Bureau of Manpower, Employment and Training and the World Bank shows that during the financial year 2017-18, the number of Bangladeshis working abroad were 8.80 lakhs and the amount of money sent as a remittance, it was 14,981.69 million US dollar. The amount of remittance in the economic year 2008-9, it was 9,689 million US dollar. According to World Bank statistics, the position of Bangladesh, it was 12th among the countries receiving the highest amount of remittance in the year of 2008. And this position was upgraded to 8 in 2009. The position of Bangladesh among SAARC countries in this period was second. The economic condition of Bangladesh did not face any crisis even during the economic depression toward the world in 2008-9. The main reason of this was the huge amount of remittance sent by the expatriates. Here I have given one chart, that is the remittance over the past decade. So in 2010, the amount of remittance is 11 US dollar. Then according to 2011, 12.16, then 2012, 14.16. So here we can see that is according to 2018, 15.53, according to 2019, 18.32 billion US dollar. So dear student, you need not to memorize this information. Just follow the chart. Now, in your book, there is one activity that is explain how remittance is playing a great role in the development of country's economic condition. I will help you to complete this activity. Dear student, you must pick up this in your CW copy, and this is very important lesson. We know that in Bangladesh, remittance is one of the most important economic variables in recent times, as it helps in balance of payments, increasing foreign exchange reserves, enhancing national savings, and increasing velocity of money. For about 2 decades, remittance has been contributing around 35% of export earnings. So, if remittance will be increased in a country, what will happen? The positive result of increasing remittance, first of all, poverty will be reduced in that country. Then new employment opportunity will be increased. And obviously unemployment problem will be decreased due to more new employment opportunity. And then production will be more. So though more money, more income, then obviously production will be more. Then education rate of a family will be increased. Government's revenue will be increased. Local development will be held. Foreign aid or loan will be decreased. And export will be increased. So I have given here only 9 points. So dear students, if you can, you will add 2 or 3 more points in this lesson. My dear student, lesson 5 you will read out only for MCQ and for your 1 mark question. That means for your A purpose. Okay. So the most important information you have to memorize, especially information of Bangladesh. And lesson 6 is very important. You have to memorize full lesson, that is remittance and foreign employment and remittance on our economy, or influences of remittance on our economy, and this lesson also. And you must pick up these all points in your CW copy. So up to this everyone, stay at your home safely. Thank you.